offers the Nissan Leaf, zero tailpipe and zero tailpipe emissions. In drive mode, when you coast or apply the brakes, the electric motor acts as an electric generator. This not only slows the Nissan Leaf, but it converts some of the braking energy into battery energy. So even when you're slowing down, you're charging up. How far can your car take you on $1 of fuel? That depends on whether you're driving a gas car, a hybrid, or the 100% electric Nissan Leaf.
So that graphic right there is essentially showing you that the most fuel-efficient car in the market today, can get you about 18 miles on $1 worth of energy. In this case, that would be gasoline. The Nissan Leaf can get you more than double that, about 38 miles on $1 worth of energy. In this case, that would be electricity. Now, Nissan can't determine where you get your electricity, but we can develop cars that have zero emissions, zero tailpipe emissions. Now,
what was the electric price? What was the electric price?
Can you hold that question 1 second until I'm finished my spiel, because we'll get to that for sure. Yeah, I just sort of have it, like, I can't stop in mid-sentence because I've got it memorized and I'm really bad off book.
No, that's good.
So the Nissan Leaf actually doesn't have a tailpipe, so it's not actively contributing to CO2 emissions. And if you're familiar with CO2 emissions, about 70% of all CO2 emissions come from major metropolitan areas. So if you have a car, you're actively contributing to those CO2 emissions. Now, where you get your electricity may be from coal, it may be from wind, it may be from hydro, it may be from solar. That's kind of depending on you. I know that in New York we have the option to contact our utility provider and say, listen, I'd like to be signed up for the 40% plan from renewable resources, because unfortunately in the Northeast that's sort of all we have available at this point. Now you folks here in Southern California, you've got a myriad of options available for you. You can even install solar panels on your garage and be negative, putting money back into the grid or putting money back into your pockets. But that's the thing that Nissan can't change. We can't change the electrical grid. We can create cars that don't have tailpipes. So we can create a vehicle that doesn't actively contribute to that CO2 emissions. Gasoline prices. Let's head over here. On this wall over there, you'll see that gasoline on average is about $3.02 a gallon. Electricity per kilowatt hour is about 11.5 cents. So if you multiply that 11.5 cents by 24 kilowatt hours of capacity, you come up with $2.75 to go 100 miles. That's 100 miles on less than it costs you to get 1 gallon of gasoline. Now these are average prices, and your utility rates may change based on when you use the most electricity, peak or off-peak hours. Right. And I understand from a gentleman who was in the last group that many of you operate on a tiered system. So if you use X amount of electricity per month, you are at the lowest tier. If you use X plus a certain amount, you are in the next tier. And if you get X plus the third amount, you're on the third tier. Now, what the utility companies are doing for those customers who are going to purchase an electric vehicle is provide you with a meter that will actually record the amount of electricity usage and when you use the electricity during the day. If you have an electric vehicle and agree to charge during off-peak hours, say from 10 at night until like 7 o'clock in the morning, which is more than 8 hours to charge your Leaf to full 100% charge, you won't be charged the higher tier. You'll be charged the lowest tier. And you'll be able to record that on that metering device, and the utility company will be able to watch that, as will you. One of the cool things about the Leaf is it comes with something called CarWings. And that's a telecommunication system that allows your vehicle to communicate with the internet.
You have
an internet in the phone? Huh? You have an internet in your... Yeah.
There's an app for this already.
There's an app for this already, exactly. So there's an application that will allow you, there's an application that actually allows you monitor how much solar energy you're getting if you have photovoltaic cells. What you can do with the Leaf is actually monitor your rate of charge, the amount of charge you have remaining, and you can even set and program your car to begin charging at a certain hour of the day from your home computer, or for you from your iPhone. The application's right over here on this wall, and right now this is just a test application, but we will have one up and running for iPhone before the car's released in December, and for BlackBerry and Droid shortly to follow that. What I can actually do here is actually turn my climate control on or off. If the fan is spinning, it's on. If I wanted to turn it off, I can turn it off, and the fan will remain stationary. But the cool thing about turning the climate control on or off is that while your car is plugged into the electrical grid at home or at a fast charging station,